Hello everyone and welcome back to Phantom Sports Industries. My name is Joe Soisson. I'm a contributor for Phantom's hockey content. Congratulations to the Florida Panthers. They've won the Stanley Cup. They defeated Edmonton by a score of 2-1 in Game 7. And it got me thinking about how to win a Stanley Cup. And it reminded me of an article I saw from The Athletic back in March. The Athletic made this article. It was a tier list of the top centers in the NHL. And they started this article by saying, quote, "The simplest way to lift the Stanley Cup, outside of going rogue at the Hall of Fame, is by building a roster around an elite first-line center." But I'm watching this Stanley Cup final, and I think there's a key ingredient that Florida has that shows you how to support your all-star center. Because this Stanley Cup was all about Edmonton's elite offense versus the best goals against average in the league in Florida's defense. And the Panthers came out on top. And a major reason why is the effectiveness of Florida's defensemen. In this series against Edmonton, Florida had more hits, more blocked shots, more takeaways, and both teams' penalty kills were outstanding. But on Florida's roster, 3 defensemen led the team in time on ice average, one of which, Gustav Forsling, had the best plus-minus on the team. In fact, by the end of the playoffs, 4 out of 6 Panther defensemen were positive in plus-minus. The 2 that weren't, Montour was at an even 0, and Mikkola was only -1. Meanwhile, there are massive gaps in time on ice average for Edmonton. Bouchard averaged 3 more minutes of ice time than his partner Ekholm. Ekholm averaged 2.5 more minutes than defenseman number 3. And 4 out of 7 Edmonton defensemen finished negative in plus-minus. The broadcast crew brought up numerous times how Darnell Nurse had one of the worst plus-minuses in postseason history until Game 4 when the momentum swung the Oilers' way. My point is, when Florida says they did it the hard way, that's code for defense comes first. Forsling, Montour, Ekblad, and they paid for depth at defenseman. Of their 6 starting defensemen, the cheapest contract, according to CapFriendly, was $1 million. But it's not just Florida who has depth at defense. Look at the past couple Stanley Cup champions. Last year, Vegas had Alex Pietrangelo, Shea Theodore, Alec Martinez, Braden McNabb. Before that, it was Colorado. Yes, they had Nathan MacKinnon, but they stalled that Tampa Bay offense through great defensive play from Cale Makar, Devon Taves. Bowen Byram had a great postseason. How about the 2 championship runs from Tampa Bay with Victor Hedman, Ryan McDonough, Mikhail Sergachev? I could go back further, but since 2020, 2 Conn Smythe trophies have been awarded to defensemen. And for what it's worth, a lot of top offenses that made the playoffs this year lost in early rounds. Number 5 offense in Tampa Bay, lost in round 1. Number 2 offense in Toronto, lost in round 1. Number 1 offense in Colorado, lost in round 2. So yes, an elite center can get you to the postseason. But I think if you're going to win a Stanley Cup, Florida is showing you depth at defenseman matters more according to recent history. And that's going to be it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like our content, be sure to scroll down below, click the like button on this video, and while you're down there, be sure to click that subscribe button to get notified of future uploads to this very channel. Also, be sure to check out our official website. That's phantomsportsindustries.com. Once again, my name has been Joe Soisson, and from the rest of Phantom Sports Industries, we hope to see more of you next time.